Welcome to today's discussion on the controversial arrest of former Philippine President Rodrigo Duterte by the International Criminal Court. Many question the legitimacy of this move, believing the Philippines can handle it internally. Others see it as selective justice, noting that powerful nations often escape similar scrutiny.
But at the same time, the ICC was established to step in when national courts fail to hold individuals accountable for crimes against humanity. Duterte's war on drugs allegedly led to thousands of extrajudicial killings, and many victims' families have long claimed that they've been denied justice. The ICC's warrant is based on the idea that the Philippines has not done enough to prosecute those responsible.
But that's the thing, Maria. Who gets to judge if a country's legal system is doing enough? The Philippines has a capable judiciary to handle these cases. Just because an international body dislikes the pace or outcome doesn't mean it can override national sovereignty. If the ICC is truly impartial, why don't we see it prosecuting Western leaders for military interventions that caused civilian deaths?
I get the frustration, and you're not alone. Even China warned the ICC about politicization, arguing it shouldn't be a tool for geopolitical influence. But the ICC is meant to work independently, focusing on justice for crimes against humanity. The Philippines' 2019 withdrawal raises legal questions, but it doesn't erase accountability for past crimes.
But here's another angle, Maria. Many Filipinos see this as more than just international justice. It's local politics too. With elections ahead, some believe the Marcos administration is subtly using this case to weaken the Duterte camp. Political alliances shift fast in the Philippines, and Duterte's family still holds strong influence, especially in Mindanao.
Good point. The Duterte family still holds massive support, especially in the South, and could challenge the Marcos administration in the next elections. If Duterte or his allies plan to run, this ICC case, justified or not, becomes a major political hurdle. The Marcos camp might benefit by sidelining a top rival without direct confrontation.
Exactly. The Marcos administration doesn't need to act against the Dutertes directly. They just let the ICC process run its course. Whether they cooperate or not, the damage is already done in public perception. The Duterte camp now has to focus on defense instead of preparing for the elections.
A strategic move, if true. But Duterte made plenty of enemies, not just Marcos. Both local and international figures have reasons to see him held accountable. Whether this is about justice or politics, one thing is clear. This case is shaking up Philippine politics at a critical time.
And that brings us back to the bigger question. If the goal is justice, why not let Philippine courts handle it? If Duterte committed crimes, the judiciary should hold him accountable. Instead, an international body is stepping in, unintentionally benefiting certain political players at home.
True, but many Filipinos support the ICC's intervention, believing the local legal system hasn't done enough for drug war victims. If Philippine courts had thoroughly prosecuted these cases, the ICC wouldn't have a reason to step in.
But the timing is too convenient. This resurfaces right before the elections, further dividing the country. Duterte's supporters see an attack. His critics see overdue justice. Either way, it's a distraction from bigger national issues and risks deepening political instability.
The bigger question is whether justice is truly being served. Selective enforcement in global politics is real, but that doesn't mean crimes should go unpunished. If Philippine courts act fairly and transparently, the ICC might not even need to step in.
Exactly. The Philippines' best response is to show the world that its judicial system works. If we let international institutions step in when we're fully capable of handling it, what precedent does that set? Should every controversial leader be tried in The Hague instead of their own country? Where do we draw the line?
Those are valid points. It all comes down to how the Philippines responds. If this case drags on internationally, it will only fuel division and skepticism about the ICC. But if the Philippine courts step up and hold a fair trial, it could be the best way to assert sovereignty while addressing both the victims' concerns and the international community.
Exactly. At the end of the day, it's not just about Duterte. It's about whether the ICC is truly impartial or selectively targeting leaders from weaker nations. It's also about whether the Philippines will stand firm in defending its legal system or let international institutions dictate how justice is served within its borders. And that's where we'll leave it for today. The tension between national sovereignty and international justice is something we'll continue to watch closely. Whatever the outcome, it's clear that this case has far-reaching implications for the Philippines and for how the world approaches accountability. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you next time as we dive deeper into these pressing issues.